Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are in Philly. We're at MBA Annual. We're talking to movers and shakers. We're talking to tech trendsetters. We're talking to industry thought leaders. And I have another amazing guest for you, Tim Nguyen at Be Smarty. Welcome.
Thank you, Michael. Good to be here.
It is great to have you, Tim. There's a lot of great stuff happening in Be Smarty. Whether it's a tough market or not, you guys are continuing to add value to the industry by your innovative solutions. Tell me some of the new things that you're doing and how that's adding value to lenders.
Well, like you said, it's a suppressed market. It's actually a market that we love because we've always focused on automation of data and processes, and lenders today, they're looking for real ROI on the technology spend. If they can't measure it, they won't spend the money. Now, as we look forward into 2024, we got a nice, what we call the reintroduction of Be Smarty coming in the end of the first quarter next year. It's going to be super excited to unveil a new brand, new marketing concepts, ideas, value props, and also a new major product line add to our platform today.
Excellent. Well, what are some of the challenges that lenders are facing in today's market that you guys are specifically addressing?
It's all about the purchase market, first and foremost, winning in that environment. And it's about real reduction of operational expenses. So whether that's because automation is doing something that a person no longer has to do, or providing data and insight that allows people to make better decisions, or all of the above, all combined into one. So the automation of data, giving real ROI back, reducing OpEx, making people more effective at what they do, reducing defects in the process, whatever they're responsible for, is definitely top of mind. Of course, that purchase market is a major driver, not just this year, but we think it's going to be like this about 75% of the market for the next 2 to 3 years.
It's going to be so critical. And I love how you talk about data. Data has been in the mortgage industry for years. I've been in the industry for decades. People talk about data, but what's really critical is making the data useful, making the data accessible. What are some of the ways that you've seen lenders really leverage that data to either streamline operations, engage their clients better?
Yeah, I mean, you hit it right on the nose. First off, there's a lot of data, and that's both a curse and a blessing because you got to siphon through the data. But we mainly deal with data on the front end, how consumers are going through the funnel, how originators are taking them through the application process and into processing. That's where we start. Then we move into the middle part of the process, how that data is driving verifications, for example, reducing work during the processing underwriting phase, and of course facilitating the transaction at the very back end of it as well. So data is driving where people are spending money, real dollars, real costs on third-party services, is driving where they're making decisions to capture the funnel.
Outstanding. Tim, if people want to find out more about Be Smarty and the incredible solutions that you have, what's the best way that they can get a hold of you?
BeSmarty.com is the domain. That's a double E, BeSmarty.com. Or you can reach myself at tim@BeSmarty.com.
Outstanding, Tim. Thank you for being a guest on this episode of the Fintech Hunting Podcast.
Thank you, Michael.